Okay, so let's continue with the discussion. Our next topic of discussion, that is our next kind of clustering technique, which is also very important as compared to partitioning method. The technique name is density based method. Okay, density based methods. Let me share my screen. Density based methods, density based clustering or density based method. Okay, I think the picture is clear to you, right? So first of all, we have to think what are the disadvantages existing in our typical k-means or k-medoid methods, or you can say the partitioning methods, for which we are going for the density based clustering technique, right? If there is no problem exists in k-means or you can say the partitioning method, then we should not go for this density based clustering. So what are the disadvantages? The first disadvantage, I already discussed about the disadvantage while I discussed about the k-means. The first disadvantage of k-means, that k-means clustering algorithm is always is able to create a cluster of oval shape. Oval shape means a particular shaping cluster the k-means algorithm is suitable to create. K-means algorithm is unsuitable to create a cluster of arbitrary shape, random shape. আমি দেখিয়েছিলাম what are arbitrary shape clusters, oval shape clusters. These are the oval shape of clusters, and these are the random shapes of clusters. The clusters can be in the form of this ring. The cluster can be in the form of this shape. Okay, so there are several kind of shapes of clusters that existing in the real world. So k-means clustering is generally failed to build a cluster of that shape. It is always useful to build a cluster for oval shape. That means a fixed shape of cluster that k-means clustering is always building. Okay, so density based method or density based clustering has overcome this issue, and this clustering can form or discover clusters with arbitrary shape. Okay, this is the first advantage of density based over k-means or partitioning based method. Second disadvantage, second advantage of density based clustering, the density based clustering is able to handle outliers or noise. So outliers means inconsistency in data. I already discussed about the outliers during my data warehousing class. I think you have remembered several kind of inconsistency I have discussed one by one. Blank field, missing values. I already discussed all these things in detail. So these are called, in terms of clustering, these are called outliers or noisy data or inconsistent data, whatever we say. So k-means clustering or partitioning based method is unable to handle noisy data, especially k-means is totally unable to handle noisy data or outliers. Right? If you remember, I mean, last din dekhiyechilam je means, k-means is actually we are calculating the means. So means, if any one of the value is a large value, suppose you are calculating the means of the salaries of the employees of a company. At a company, সমস্ত employees salary mean calculate করছো. So you have to include the salary of general manager, or you can say the vice president of that company, or the chairman of that company, suppose, and you are also inserting the salary of a peon of that company. So how much the difference is there in between their salary? The salary of a general manager GM and the salary of a peon. There's a huge difference. So while you are calculating the mean, arithmetic mean, by collecting all these salaries, then obviously that mean is not suitable in terms of spread of the data. So that is called an inconsistency of the data. Okay, inconsistency হাটানোর জন্য কি আমি বলেছিলাম, we'll actually do the data pre-processing technique like normalization, standardization, if you remember. Okay, z-score normalization I already discussed, then max mean normalization I discussed, this z-score standardization as we discussed. Okay, so DP scan clustering is generally based on the dense regions of objects in a data space, and data separated with low density. That means they actually uh, collected the data with high density. That means dense regionটাকে নিয়েও ক্লাস্টারটা তৈরি করে. It will make the cluster by collecting all the data which are density reachable from each other. Density reachable from each other. That means এটা dense region নিয়েও ক্লাস্টার তৈরি করে. And the data which are low density, which have low density means compared to that region, that data has some low density. and that data will be treated like a outliers. And this density-based clustering can collect and grouping those outliers data together to make a new cluster of outliers. At outliers a cluster তৈরি করতে পারে. That K-means clustering cannot handle the outlier in such a way, and it is totally unable to create a cluster of outliers in case of K-means. But DBSCAN, the data which has low density will be acted like outliers, and if it will collect such kind of outliers together, okay, there should be some more constraints of collecting the data in a cluster. So if they will support all those constraints and collecting the outliers together, the more number of outliers together, and then DBSCAN or density-based clustering is able to form a cluster of the outliers only. মানে শুধু outliers দের নিয়ে একটা cluster তৈরি করতে পারে. It is a, you can say, a power of a DBSCAN algorithm or density-based clustering technique. Okay, so density-based clustering or DBSCAN clustering grows clusters according to a density-based connectivity analysis. Okay, first check the density of the cluster and then analyze the density-based connecting, and then it will grow their cluster accordingly. Apart from DBSCAN is the most popular density-based clustering algorithm. Apart from DBSCAN, there are some other kind of clustering algorithms like optics, DenClue. Okay, optics একটা খুব famous clustering algorithm আছে, but in our syllabus we are mainly focused on DBSCAN. Like K-means and K-medoids we mainly focus. Apart from K-means and K-medoids, there are some other algorithm. In last class I discussed in case of partitioning method, like expectation maximization algorithm, EM algorithm, or you can say the K-modes algorithm. I have discussed all these algorithms, right? In the same way, the density-based clustering, the major algorithm or the most popular algorithm in density-based clustering is DBSCAN. But apart from DBSCAN, there are some other clustering algorithm like optics, OPTICX. যেটা optics এ তোমরা spelling জানো, optics or DenClue. Okay, DENCLUE, DenClue. So these are the two famous clustering algorithms. Just remember it, okay, and you have to just know the name for the time being. Okay, because in future you may apply this optics on DenClue clustering algorithm based on their effectiveness. Okay, clear? Up to this clear? Anyone has any question, then you can ask me. If anyone has any question, you can ask me.
Clear, sir.
Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, very good. Now
Sir,
look at bolo.
Sir,
Hello.
please repeat the outlier part, sir, for DBSCAN and
Okay, I will show you some examples, then your conception will be clear. Okay, don't worry about it. Look at the slide properly. So DBSCAN clustering algorithm, the full form টাকে বলে দিচ্ছি, DBSCAN এর full form, density based spatial clustering of applications with noise. কি বললাম? DBSCAN full form is density based spatial clustering with applications with noise, of applications with noise. দেখো এটা লেখা আছে, density based spatial clustering of applications with noise. So obviously you can understand that it is a spatial clustering based on the space or the density of the data. The cluster will be formed and it will be able to handle noise. Noise means outliers, what I will say. So in case of density based clusters, we have to consider two parameters. এটা এই clustering technique is অনেকটা similar with K-means. It's very much similar with K-means, but these two parameters are very new in density based clusters, and these two parameters play the key role or the major role in case of this kind of clustering. Key role or major role these two parameters play. What are the job of these two parameters? The first parameter is called epsilon, EPS, epsilon যে সাইনটা হয়, EPS. Okay, sometimes the epsilon sign is also used. The epsilon sign mathematically that is also used instead of EPS. What is the job of this parameter? Maximum radius of the neighborhood. Try to understand, maximum radius of the neighborhood. এটা বলতে পারবে কি বোঝাতে চাইছে? Anyone wants to write? Maximum radius of the neighborhood. What does it understood by it? What is maximum radius of the neighborhood? What do you understand? Anyone can try? I already discussed. এখান থেকে তোমরা যদি কিছু কনক্লুড দিতে পারো।
Sir, distance between two diameter of clusters, matlab cluster diameter.
Yes, very much similar. Your answer is almost right. So এখানে আমরা generally diameter জায়গায় আমরা radius টা নিচ্ছি. Radius means from a cluster center to the distance of the cluster border. You can say the radius. So suppose ধরো you are situating in a locality. You are staying in a locality and you are saying that within 1 kilometer the people who are staying in my locality from my house within 1 kilometer. That means from your house within 1 kilometer, how you are going to calculate? You will have to take a radius and make a circle. Your house will be your center of that locality. And within 1 kilometer, how many people are living in your locality? You are saying that those people are my friends or my neighborhood. Or বাইরে আমি কাউকে চিনি না. I only know those people. Here the same thing is happening, that each and every cluster must have a epsilon value. Epsilon means the radius value. That you will have to assume. That value you will have to assume. The cluster value you will have to assume. Okay, this is also a trial and error. This is a disadvantage of DBSCAN clustering algorithm. Just like k-means এর ক্ষেত্রে k value আমি assume করে নিচ্ছিলাম, here we'll assume this epsilon value, right? The radius of the cluster. Because you can assume either 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, or 500 meter, or 200 meter. It's your choice, right? And rest of the people who are living outside this radius of your locality, you will consider those people as a outliers, or those people as a part of another cluster, but not your cluster, right? That's why it's called density based. That means the density will be achieving based on the radius of the cluster. That will represent with the form of parameter EPS, epsilon. Okay. Next one, mean PTS. Mean PTS full form is minimum points. Minimum points or minimum number of points, whatever you say. So minimum number of points in an EPS neighborhood of that point. দেখি এটা কে বলতে পারো, আশা করি এটা তোমরা বলতে পারবে. What is the job of it? What do you understand from this line? Minimum number of points in EPS neighborhood of that point. কে বলতে পারবে? It's very simple. If you understood epsilon, you are better to speak about this thing. Better to answer this. Minimum number of points. What do you understand? Mean PTS. This is a second parameter of any kind of density-based clustering. Not only DBSCAN. Any density-based clustering must follow these two parameters. It may be optics, DenClue, or DBSCAN. Any kind of clustering. কেউ বলতে পারবে? What do you mean by mean PTS? Any one of you wants to try? What do you understand?
So like for each core point, the neighborhood of radius EPS has to contain at least minimum points.
Yes. Within that radius, that means epsilon neighborhood, in an epsilon neighborhood, that means within this radius, the minimum number of points you have to be mentioned earlier. That is also a trial and error. You have to assume that value. Suppose within that 1 kilometer of range of your locality from your house, this of that point means your house. This is a center. From that 1 kilometer of radius of your house, suppose you will tell that minimum 10 জন লোক আমি আমার বন্ধু রাখতে পারবো বা নেইবারহুডে রাখতে পারবো, মিনিমাম 10 members should be there. 10 জনের কম যদি হয়, we cannot form a cluster. আমরা একটা cluster form করতে পারবো না. That means while you are forming a density based cluster, you have to satisfy this EPS epsilon. That means that points should be within that radius of that clusters. Whichever you want to make a group of those points should be part of that radius of that cluster, and the cluster can be made if it supports the minimum number of points criteria. That means the points which you are gathering together to form a cluster, that number of points should be greater than that mean PTS points. That is the two logic that I need to discuss. So neighborhood of epsilon of P is your point, and neighborhood point, how we can measure the neighborhood of your points. So Q belongs to D, okay, and distance between P and Q. D is a data set. Distance between P and Q should be less than equal to EPS. I already told. That means the distance between these 2 points. That means P is your existing on the center of the cluster. You can assume it, and Q is the new point, which may be the part of your cluster or which may not be the part of your cluster if it supports these 2 parameters. So distance between the P and Q should be less than or equal to EPS. And 2 points are directly density reachable. Directly density reachable if a point P is directly density reachable from a point Q with respect to EPS and mean PTS if P belongs to that neighborhood. P should be belongs to that neighborhood. Okay. And core point condition should be this. That means the total number of this mod means the number. The total number of neighborhoods should be greater than or equal to mean PTS. So খুব ভালো করে দেখো, in this figure the mean PTS value it has assumed 5, that is minimum 5 number of points should be exist there, and the EPS value it will assume 1 centimeter. Okay, these two are assumption and these two are trial and error. That means you can change as per the choice of the developer or the user, and based on changing these 2 parameters constantly, your quality of the clusters is also changing. The compactness of the cluster is also changing, right? So if we consider this cluster whose point is Q is there, so whether this P and Q are part of that cluster or not. So here 5 points are there. So P is the first point and Q is a new point. So it will assume that it should be part, whether it should be part of that cluster or not. The total number of points will be 1, 2, 3, 4. This point is outside that cluster. Look very carefully. Total number of points will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So minimum points should be 5. So you cannot consider this as a cluster. So you will change your cluster like this. You will change your cluster like this. So if you build a cluster here where P is your core point, and along with Q there are some other points which will satisfy the minimum PTS value as well as the epsilon value. That means the radius of the cluster will be there, right? And these 2 cluster is actually connected with each other. These 2 clusters is actually connected with each other, and some points you have seen that belongs to outside of that cluster, but these 3 points are not part of any of these clusters, and these 3 points will be acts like a outliers or noisy data. কারণ এই 3টে point will not support this epsilon condition as well as this mean PTS condition. So these 3 points will be acting like a outliers or noisy data. Clear?
Sir.
Yes.
No.
Yes, bolo.
Sir, does this mean that the density within the areas of noise is lower than the density in those of the clusters?
Density of the area? Tell me, ask me again.
Sir, does this mean that the density within the area of noise is lower than the density in any of the clusters?
Yes, because within a similar cluster, the density of the points are much higher, you can say, but these clusters, these points have a low density. It's not part of that cluster, so these points are low density. Now if you increase this EPS value, তুমি বাড়াতেই পারো, you can increment this EPS value from 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter. If you increase the EPS value from 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter, so obviously this will be also a part of these clusters. These 2 points will be also a part of this cluster. Maybe this point is far away, it cannot be the part of the clusters, but after increasing the value of EPS and mean PTS, you will have to also check the quality of the cluster. That তোমার quality of cluster টা নষ্ট হচ্ছে কিনা। তুমি যত ইচ্ছা বাড়াতে পারলে হবে না। There should be a hampering of the quality of the clusters. Okay, because some points can be inserted with different features, and which will decrease the quality of the cluster. So these 2 parameters are
efficiency.
Yes, bolo.
So cluster efficiency should be kept in the first priority.
Yes, and I am not telling that these 2 assumptions are always correct. It is I already told that it is actually always changing, and these 2 are the disadvantage of any density based clustering algorithm. এই যে assumption যত করে যেখানে তুমি assumption করছো always a disadvantage for that. So you can use any kind of optimization technique in future for your project. You can use any kind of optimization technique to optimize these two parameters instead of doing assumption. Assumption এ বলে তুমি কিছু optimization technique use করে you can calculate this value. You can either use some genetic algorithm, or you can either use some particle swarm optimization, or you can either use any kind of optimization or any kind of probability technique, probability theory. You can choose a probable good value of mean PTS and EPS compared to a guessing value, এবং সেটা তোমাকে কম্পেয়ার করে দেখাতে হবে, okay, that your approach is better than the guessing approach. So these are the two the two more concepts. Density reachability I already discussed, okay, and these are density connected. So in case of this kind of
break,
clusters,
sir.
Break. Okay, I will give it to break. Just let me just read this screen. Okay, complete this slide. So density connected means A, B, C. So these are the three core points A, B, C. Whether these three core points are connected with each other or not. So density connected of P is density connected to Q with respect to EPS and mean PTS if there is a point O such that both P and Q are density reachable from O with respect to EPS and mean PTS. So suppose this A is a point which is density reachable from B. Okay, and C is a point which is also density reachable from another point, suppose this one or this one. Okay, these are all points. Okay, all core points. This, okay, and C as well. So these 2 points are densely reachable from each other. These 2 points are densely reachable from each other. These 2 points are densely reachable from each other. So they actually maintain a relationship. They actually maintain a relationship. So all these points are density connected with each other. If they are densely reachable from other point, from which that point is also densely reachable. That means this point is density connected with this, density reachable from this point, B point, density connected from B point. If this point will density reachable from this point, as well as B is also density reachable from this point. So this point is acting like an anchoring between these 2 points. Okay, so we actually understood here some kind of tertiary relationship or ternary relationship exists. Like A implies B, B implies C. So we can also say A implies C. Understand? বুঝতে পারছো? If you reach from A to B and if you reach from B to C, so we obviously can reach from A to C. So this is our density connected or density connectivity. Okay, please read all these things. It's a very important, very interesting as well. আচ্ছা, আমি একটু break দিচ্ছি, then I will start with the discussion of DB scan. Okay, DB scan and the incremental DB scan, right?